Good morning. I'm sorry I've been so absent the last couple of weeks, but I am back and well and really glad to be recording just 5 minutes with you. Beginning of another week. I went on some clergy training last week, and there's all sorts of bits and pieces in it that were little nuggets of good stuff. It was all about emotional well-being and how to take care of ourselves. And one of the exercises we did, I won't share the whole exercise with you, but I just came away and it's made me think a bit, and that's never a bad thing, is it? The exercise was looking at how we feel when we are praised and when we're criticised. And the emotions that came up were fascinating. So on the whole, when we're praised, we don't cope very well with it. We tend to be a little bit suspicious of it. I don't know if that's a British thing or a clergy thing or a Christian thing, but on the whole, we are reserved about receiving praise, although quietly I suspect we are buoyed by it a little. Receiving criticism, we are really all over the place with that, and there are many emotions we might feel, from sadness to anger to disappointment, and even a defiance perhaps. Lots and lots of negative emotions around being criticised, and makes us a little bit defensive, I think, as well. And I think the purpose of the exercise was to encourage us to think about perhaps remembering to offer praise more often than criticism. It's really easy to tell someone what they've got wrong. We have to go out of our way to be kind to people, perhaps. We do have to think a little bit more about offering praise. It's not our natural default, and that's not to be critical of anybody. I think it's just human nature that we can see when things are wrong and we'll speak up. But if things are going well, we just kind of join in and carry on, don't we? Anyway, I've been mulling that over and over, and I thought, well, I wonder, I need some scripture behind this to try and understand it a little bit. And I've had a bit of a laugh, really. There are so many weird and wonderful little bits in the Bible that might support this or not support it, and it's a good example of how you need to be very careful what you pick out of the Bible and understanding its context. So, the prophecy of Ecclesiastes is not a prophet, I'm sorry, it's wisdom. Anyway, I found this. It is better to heed the criticism of a wise person than to receive praise from a fool. I thought, well, that's great, isn't it? That does not support what I'm trying to encourage us all to do, which is be a little bit more kind to people, and to say thank you and to praise people when they do well, and to perhaps just let go of some of the things we feel critical about. So we're going to ignore that one, okay? We'll ignore that. And instead, I found something else in Proverbs. Actually, the book of James has got a lot to say about it, but I found this other lovely one in Proverbs, which is Proverbs 15, number 1, verse 1. It says this: "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." I thought, that's right, isn't it? When we're gentle with people, we're much more likely to diffuse the situation. And when we offer harshness or criticism, then it will stir up those less positive responses. So all of that is to say that it was something I kind of knew already, and I'm sure you know it too, but it never hurts to have a little bit of a reminder that we should be doing our best to say well done and to give praise where things have gone well, and be constructive if we need to criticise, rather than just tearing people apart or just complaining. Writing a complaining letter is an easy thing to do as keyboard warriors, isn't it? Writing a thank you letter is perhaps less high on our agenda. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to be intentionally more encouraging and more positive, and I invite you to join me in that. I don't think it's going to be hard to do, really. It's just good Christian ethic, isn't it? Looking for the good in people, and if we do find something we don't like, being kind about how we deal with it. Not rocket science, but anyway, it's the little tiny thing that's been on my mind for a week and was worth sharing. And I invite you to join me in it. There's something in education circles about how for every one criticism you need to give 10 praises, because the criticism will always be remembered better than the praise. Human beings, we're weird and wonderful, aren't we? So go out there, be your awesome self, be exactly who God called you to be, enjoy what you're doing, share your company well, and I hope you have a good week. I shall be in touch with you soon. Lots of love and God bless. Bye bye.